This thing looks so good. I cannot wait to ride this thing. We got the charger, shock pump, a front fender. Looks like some valves if you want to go tubeless maybe. Oh, these look good. Custom Bonnell pedals. These actually look really nice. And then what looks to be a custom multi-tool also with Bonnell on it. This tool seems adequate, but of course the Fanttik tools are gonna be a lot better.
All right, yeah, that multi-tool from Bonnell may work for a little while, but honestly, I'd much rather be using a super high quality set of tools from Fanttik. They sent me their S2 Pro electric screwdriver, and honestly, it's made the entire build process way easier and way faster. The S2 Pro has 7 different torque settings, and it also spins at 250 RPM, so it's got a ton of power, but you can tone it down if you need to. It's also got a 2000 milliamp hour battery that lasts forever. One of my favorite parts of this kit was actually the 90-degree angle adapter. This thing is super nice for getting into tight spaces. It also has a full bit set and an extension bit, so you're pretty much covered for anything right out of the box. And also Fanttik sent me some of their other tools in the past, including this really nice torque wrench and bike pump, which are both perfect for Surons and mountain bikes. So if you're interested in picking up some Fanttik tools, you can use the link in the description to save yourself some money and also help support the channel.
This is the Bonnell 775 MX. Ever since I got into e-bikes, Surons, all that kind of stuff, I've been waiting for a bike like this to come out. It's like the ultimate mix of something like my Suron and a mountain bike. Dude, look at this. This thing is so light. On paper, this thing weighs half of a Suron, but it genuinely feels lighter than that. Most of you guys know me for all these Suron and e-ride content that I typically make, but what you probably didn't know is how into mountain biking I used to be. I live here in the PNW and we have access to world-class mountain bike trails. But once I got into e-motos and everything, I actually ended up selling my mountain bike, which meant that I couldn't ride any of the awesome trails that we have around here. But that is of course why I picked up the Bonnell. This CYC motor has the same amount of power as the Talaria XXX that I used to have. It's also got pedals on here with, listen to this, no sprocket noise and 0 play, which is crazy. In the front and rear, we've got MT5s, and they're actually set up in the moto style. You got the rear on the left and then the front on the right. You also got this ultra low profile twist throttle, which is crazy that they packed the same amount of stuff from my Ultra B into something that's this tiny and compact. On Surons, you can get away with a lot of stuff just because they're electric. But with the Bonnell, I'm curious to see what some of the mountain bikers have to say on some of the local trails.
Hold up, do you want a free Suron? Well, at 50,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a brand new Suron LBX. To enter, you literally just need to follow me on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. And before we hop back into the video, I just wanted to let you know that everything you're about to see was done by professionals on a closed course.
All right, let's take this Bonnell out. I'm actually so hyped. Also, peep today's fit. Oh, looking so tough. These goggles with the gloves. Ooh, I'm feeling it today. Dude, this thing is just so light. I could just throw it around, turning it around, and everything was so easy. Whoa, hop over. Okay, to turn this thing on, you gotta first turn on the battery, and then there's a little button under here that you just hold down. Oh, I'm actually so hyped for this bike. Okay, let's start in the lowest mode just to get a good feel of the bike. Okay, so of course I'm gonna be taking this to the local trails because this is a freaking mountain bike and those trails are really meant for a mountain bike. So I'm super interested to see how it's gonna ride and everything. Here, when I'm passing these people, we gotta go stealth mode. Hit on the pedals. They did not suspect this thing has Suron power in here. 6 kilowatts is still crazy to me though. I'm actually super interested to see how this is gonna ride, especially when we put it in the highest power mode. All right, let's head into these trails. This place is also Karen Central, so if I'm riding my Suron through here, there's a lot of people getting mad at me. Oh, let's pass up on this person. Just put it in pedal mode. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, stealth mode. She did not suspect a thing. And let's be honest, she looked like the type of person to get mad at one of these bikes. Oh, what am I doing pedaling? Off the stump. Oh! Oh my goodness. Dude, that is actually so fun. Okay, you know what? Let's bump it up to the 3rd mode and see how it does up the hill. We're easily going the speed limit here. Up that hill too is crazy. I think the craziest feeling is that I'm breaking traction going uphill on a mountain bike. Like, that is something you're just not able to do normally. Oh, we can go up there. Oh, this is like the exact thing you'd want to buy the Bonnell for. Look at this climb. No problem. No problem. Stair set of doom. Oh, yes. I was going so slow there. The balance point on this thing is amazing. Oh, that's funny. This is me going full speed here. I don't think they're expecting you to pedal at all. Oh, can I get under here? I don't think on the Ultra I can at all. I think it's actually the perfect height. Look at that. Anything bigger and it's not fitting. All right, so there was a couple things that I noticed and wanted to mention about this bike. The first is this whole motor setup right here. I'm kind of worried since the controller is the lowest point of the bike. Maybe if you take a really big impact onto a rock, this could end up getting damaged somehow. With the rear shock, you've got either sport or comfort, so you can kind of dial in exactly how this is gonna feel. Also, the rear triangle here is fully adjustable. You've got different length options. You can either go with a 440 or a 452. From the factory, it comes with the 452, and I think that's the better option, but if you want a little bit of a shorter bike, you can obviously, you know, adjust that to how you like. They also didn't cheap out on these tires. It's got Maxxis Assegai, which are super nice tires. I had the same ones on my mountain bike. I'm just not too sure how long they're gonna last, especially this rear tire if, you know, you're riding a lot of street. And then I really like the overall look of this bike. It's just so mean. It's got that super slag head tube, which is common in a lot of the downhill bikes. And I mean, this is such a sick bike. Oh my, I gave it way too much throttle. The whole tire spun out. Okay, so I've just arrived at the perfect place to test out the Bonnell. This is like the best mountain bike park that I have ever been to. So I'm gonna just start off with this line over here, and then I'll show you guys how it handles on a bunch of the different trails that they have here. Manual over, table, manual. Oh, it just floats you. These have been redone. Oh my. Holy, this thing feels so good on that. Now these are like actually amazing. These are like, they got a little bit bigger and everything's just so smooth now. But you know what, on the climb back, I just want to talk a little bit more about the bike. I want to talk about suspension, brakes, and the power that this thing has. Let's start off with the power because I'm going uphill right now. I'm doing like zero work right now. I could just throttle it if I wanted to. Like, look at this. All throttle, which just takes off. I wasn't even ready for it to go that fast. You just give it a little bit and it just flies because of how light it is. This thing is so fun. Oh my God. Last time I was out here was, of course, on my mountain bike. Mountain bikers in general are just super strict on everything, so I think this is the first bike that kind of breaks that barrier, you know? But I do want to go to some of the more challenging trails in a second here. This thing is huge though. There's so many different cool trails through here. This is a black, double black, I think, options. So it's got a little bit more difficulty. Oh, the wood. Ah. All right, so now I want to talk a little bit about the suspension and everything. Once I pumped it up to what they recommended, this thing is actually so nice. Like, I didn't really have to make any other adjustments or anything like that. And it just feels so good out the box. Like, it's actually perfect. Oh my.
I wasn't sure how good it was gonna be because it's SR Suntour. They're kind of known for being on like Walmart bikes and kind of like lower end bikes, but all of those forks are usually coil. And I think this is like their top of the line air fork. On my old bikes, I had Fox suspension. I had like Fox 36s. And then when I switched bikes, I got a Zeb Ultimate. This thing destroys both of those. And then let's go down this trail, and I gotta talk about the brakes too. So the MT5s are actually pretty solid. If you're doing a lot of street riding, they're totally fine with the Bonnell. But I'm not gonna lie, they are just not good enough for like what we're doing right now. What's good though is that they don't lock the wheel up. I'd say that would be the one thing that you should upgrade if you're planning on changing anything about this bike. Oh, let's even get up this. Oh, nope. I'm gonna go back down and let's see if I can get that. I don't want to fuck up the tire too much though. Okay. Yes! Oh, let's go. That was so good. Like, you're never doing that on a pedal bike. When you look at a Sur-Ron versus a Bonnell, you'd be like, why would you ever buy the Bonnell? The only thing it's got is it's lighter. Honestly, you're just looking at it the wrong way. Like, this is a mountain bike. It is not a dirt bike. Mountain bikes get expensive. The old bike that I had, MSRP was $7,000, which is crazy. But like, that's how much people are willing to pay for a really good mountain bike. And this is about $2,000 cheaper, and you get a motor that you can throttle. But I'll tell you, I had to pay for this bike with all my own money, and I do not regret paying that. Yeah, price on this I think is gonna turn a lot of people off, but for a mountain biker, this price is like kind of the best value in the world. Yes. Yes. Like, that's a pretty big jump. These aren't like small or anything, and it's a gap. So I'll give myself some credit for clearing that. Abuse the pedal. that's too, oh, I just got slapped right in the eyes.
Think I have a throttle on it?
It's got a little bit, yeah.
If it didn't pedal, I'd boot your ass out of here.
No, it pedals.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But it still does this, so like, you're flirting with like, not supposed to be in here, but it. How fast does it go?
Yeah, I think it goes like 20 or 30.
Well, have fun on that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I will. Appreciate you letting me get by here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's sick. We got a full-on trail builder approving this bike. I may have slightly lied a little bit about what this thing can do, but hey, he said it was pretty sick, so I'll take that. Some of you guys like say, oh, he says crazy too much or insane way too much, but this bike right here is probably the most crazy or insane of all of them. And you know what? I think I'm gonna end today's video here. If you wanna see me do a build video on the Bonnell, I'd be so down to do that. So just let me know in the comments down below. I know mountain bikes are a lot different than what I typically do on my channel, but if you did enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!